So this is my latest commission. This is a Graflex 2.0 or 2.1. I think it's a 2.0. This one was installed initially by SoCal Sabers, Jordan. It's a Neopixel V3. It's got a TCSS chassis disc system, speaker holder 4, premium speaker, the 3D clamp switch holder solution, and it's got the single,
this is the weapon of a Jedi,
button. It's got a recharge port and a little 18500 speaker. I am fixing to convert this to TeensySaber with a Goth fixed Padawan chassis, and of course it's going to get converted to Neopixels. I'll add the second switch on the clamp switch position. I'm going to be modifying the clamp so it can actually turn. Be doing that. And he's got the initial factory, hex screw there. I'm going to be putting the slotted screw there and also the slotted screw in the clamp. So basically, he's going to get it back. It's going to look the same. I'm going to do a treatment on the clamp card here too, but it's going to be a lot different on the inside. It's also going to be a lot different with what it can do. And this is no offense to Jordan from SoCal. His install is real pretty. You can see the wiring there. There's no problem with this install. It's just, it's a Neopixel V3. There's a reason that Jordan installs crystal focus. Neopixel is, it's kind of boring. It's just a simple little saber with, with flash on clash and a couple swings. It's not going to be boring when I finish with it. So here's what this saber looks like now. Greetings, saber fans. Megtooth Sith. This is a special project you saw in the video just prior to this. Jordan Eugene's initial Neopixel install on this saber, and we've beautified it a bit. It doesn't look like there's anything really been done to the outside, because most of the stuff Jordan did to the outside is still the same. But now the inside, totally different. Totally awesome. Neopixel, TeensySaber V3, smooth swing, it's awesome. So I'm going to show you some updated blade styles here. This saber is awesome. So let's boot her up. On-off switch is hidden under the clamp. There's your boot. Start the music, long hold on the main button. End credits to Empire Strikes Back. Added the flicker on that blade, which is what he wanted. There's your clash. Lock up. Blaster blocks. Swings. Lock up. Force effects.
You'll find out full of surprises. You'll find out full of surprises.
Next, font.
Graflex 4.
Graflex 4. Start the music. Ignite. Cyan with a flicker. There's your clash. Lock up. Blaster blocks. Swings. Force effects.
Stretch out with your feelings.
Next font.
Graflex TFA HD.
Music. Ignition. This is lock up. Blaster blocks. Smooth swing. force effects. It's only giving me that one.
But you will never be as strong as Darth Vader.
Skywalker, ROTJ.
Green spark green spark tip to Luke ROTJ. Smooth swing. Clash, lock up. Blaster blocks. This is the balance with my lightning blade. Lock up on my lightning blade. It's a per LED strobe flicker. So now I'm going to demonstrate your fire blades. This is purple fire to the light. Lock up.
Skywalker, ROTJ.
Green fire. Lock up. Blue fire. Professor's fire blade. There you go. Lock up. Megtooth Sith fire blade, which is extendable and retractable. Has a different lockup. Also has different blaster blocks. So there's your blaster block effects in my unstable blade. Here's your rainbow blade with cantina. This is R1 Vader to just a plain red blade, but it's got a spark tip on ignition. And it's also smooth swing. Green, it's got a green flash on clash and a green lockup. Blaster blocks. Balance again, but to a purple blade. Smooth swing. There's your lockup. Blaster blocks. Retraction.
Teensy.
That should be rainbow skip that. Cylon And I'm going to go ahead and start the music. Battlestar Galactica. Ignite. There you go. The music is still triggering clashes, so I'm going to turn the clash sensitivity up a little bit more. That Saber Essential speaker is loud. Road Commander, which is a red Tron blade. Color cycle. Smooth swing. Lock up. Off. This is Tooth Crystal. It's a blue cycle blade. Lock up. And off she goes.
Smooth gray.
This is your strobe blade to smooth gray. This is my version of the strobe blade. There's your lockup. Blaster blocks. Of course, it's smooth swing. Retraction.
Smooth Jedi.
Smooth Jedi. This is your Star Wars POV blade. You can see when you wave it back and forth. It writes Star Wars in the air if you do that under an extended exposure photography.
Light.
And then of course the last blade is your battery blade. And you can see the battery's almost fully charged here. It's almost at the end of the saber. So there you go. That's your battery blade, so you can tell what your battery state is at without having to remove the bottom of the hilt to see the meter on the OLED display. There you go. So here we have a Corbanth Graflex 2 in ESB configuration. This saber is for APaul, and this saber was previously installed by SoCal Sabers, Jordan Eugene out there at SoCal Sabers with Neopixel version 3, had 2 fonts aboard, and the owner, APaul, sent this saber to me for an update. So really quick, to open the chassis, flip that lever up, lefty-loosey on the bottom of the hilt, and then gently, and I mean gently and slowly, slide off your slide off your lower hilt. And then there is your chassis with a Samsung 21700 lithium-ion 4800 milliamp hour battery, your TeensySaber V3 package. It's got an OLED display. That's a bonus. Surprise for the owner. He didn't even know about it. And also it's got a kill switch here under the clamp lever. The kill switch is actually there under the clamp lever. So it's hidden in there behind the clamp lever. It's got a recharge port. It's got a Saber Essentials 28mm bass speaker. And it's pretty awesome. So let's fire this thing up so you can see it real quick. There's a custom boot screen, and this is for APaul, his Graflex. That's your custom boot screen. It's got 2 buttons in the clamp, one here, one here. This is main, this is auxiliary. So to cycle through the fonts, you use the auxiliary. And it tells you the font and the blade style. So this ROTJ Skywalker green spark tip. Balance with my lightning blade. Light with purple fire.
Skywalker.
Green fire. Blue fire to Graflex 4. That needs no explanation. Fireblade.
You know I can take whatever I want.
And then this is Megtooth Sith Fireblade to Crossguard, which that's a retractable Fireblade. This is Vader to just a plain red blade. Balance to a purple blade. Cantina Rainbow. BSG Cylon. Road Commander to a red cycle. Truth Crystal to a blue cycle. Smooth Gray to the strobe. POV blade to the Smooth Jedi. Battery meter to the light, and there you go. So this is the first font, Bespin 2 by Mad Cow, with smooth swings added onto it. And how you get music to any font is you press and hold the main button while the saber is in off. That starts your music. This is the end credits to Empire Strikes Back. And then your saber can function. To stop the music, another long hold of that main button, and off the music goes. The general instruction book for operation of the saber, most everything is on the main button. So when you're in idle and you've got the font selected you press the main button. That ignites the saber. To get a lockup, you hold the main button and trigger a clash. When you let go of the main button, that stops. To get a blaster block, you press the auxiliary button. And of course, swings is just swinging the saber, and then clash is just clashing the saber, makes a clash. Now, Profi and TeensySaber are a little bit different in that in the old boards, like the Plector Labs boards you're working, you had to long press this to get it to turn off. Well, on Profi, it's just a quick press. That's it. Quick press. Quick press for on and off. Long presses are used for special features like playing a soundtrack. Also, to get the force effect sounds on these fonts, once the saber is ignited, press and hold the main button. Which that's a force sound effect. So that's how you hear force sounds, is long hold while the saber's ignited. Graflex and ESB configuration. So really quick, there is a recharge port here, so you do have to remove the back end to recharge the saber, and then you would plug your charger into that port right there. I'm going to send you a kill key, a custom kill key. I just haven't made it yet. But you would plug your recharge port into this port to charge the saber. Once the saber's charged, and right now it's fully charged because you can see all your Rebel logos there on the battery meter are full. So the battery is fully charged. So we're ready to rock and roll. So we want to put the bottom of the saber on, and it is very tight fit, so just be gentle and slow. And the bottom of the saber, once it gets into this point, you should be able to start threading it slowly and carefully. The thread should feel smooth. If they don't feel smooth, something's wrong, stop. These Graflex kits are notorious for cross-threading if you're not careful, so don't cross-thread it. When you get the pommel to where the D-ring is lining up opposite of the clamp, and you have a grip totally centered in the clamp, then you want to tighten your clamp lever, and then that's how the saber appears. The button to turn the saber on and off is hidden here underneath the clamp lever. To put it back towards the pommel turns it off. To send it forward turns the saber on. So because that turns the saber on, yes, I'm sending you a kill key, but you don't need it because you have the on-off switch. But I will send you a kill key. You just don't need it because you have the on-off switch. When you're through playing with the saber, make sure you turn it off because unlike the Nano Biscotti, TeensySaber is not equipped with a deep sleep mode. So I'm going to turn it off. And one last bit of surprise here on this saber is I also did this for Andrew, is I made him a custom blade plug. Now this is a TCSS Graflex blade plug, a 7/8 inch blade plug, and I have backlit it with Neopixels. There you go. There you can see it. I'm going to fire the blaster blocks. You can see the effects happening there, and put it in clash. And there you can see the effects happening in the blade plug. Turning the saber off. And then the blade retention on this saber, Andrew, is the same as it was when SoCal installed it. The two red buttons are your blade retention. They're totally false. Here's your blade plug, just quick and dirty. It was one I had laying around. That's the bonus feature for you. I hope you like it. So until you get your Neopixel blade in, since you didn't have me build one for you, since you're going to get your Neopixel blade from Vader's Vault, that's fine. But at least you have the blade plug so you can actually see the saber work in the interim. So this lightsaber featuring this, this Goth Padawan chassis. This is just a simple Padawan chassis, but it was really designed for an 18650 battery. So fitting this, the 21700 battery in here was really something crazy. You can see the markings on the battery there, the reference to the milliamp hours 4800. I've covered the battery in this copper to make it fit in. Look, I mean, this isn't a high dollar chassis. It's supposed to be a simple build. But with TeensySaber and the 21700, this chassis wasn't so simple. I don't think I'll ever do this again. Not for TeensySaber V3. For Profi, yes. But trying to fit the TeensySaber V3 in here and keep the clearances where I need them was virtually impossible. It was a very difficult build. But the bottom line is it came out, and now I have all the needed clearances that I need for the lightsaber to work effectively. But certainly the Goth Padawan chassis for the Graflex 2.0 and 2.5 is certainly nowhere near what it was when I got it from Shapeways. I've re-engineered this chassis pretty much completely to deal with this saber in this configuration. I've also added darkening with the Sharpie method to the back of this clamp card, and it doesn't really show that well in video. You can see it in person, but it's just a subtle aging of the back of the clamp card.